on, guys? Welcome to another episode of YouGrind. I have here...
Oh, John Marco Malke, Marco.
What? Marco something
Sorry. John Marco Malke is my full name, but you guys can just call me Marco.
Okay, Marco. Marco Polo?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Tell me about yourself.
I've been acting for technically over 10 years now. I started in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I've been running my own YouTube channel since right before the pandemic. It's called All Guapo Entertainment. I do a lot of skits, sing-alongs. I tried interviewing somebody once.
How'd that go?
It was alright. I mean, we had fun, but it was like, I also edit my own videos. So by the time I was done, I was like, I'm not in a hurry to do this again anytime soon.
Interviewing's fun.
Yeah.
If you do it right.
I don't think I did it right. So that's why part of why I was like, I'm in no hurry to do it again. It was nice to try it.
You kind of have to, you have to make the guests comfortable, and then you have to ask them really thoughtful questions and kind of break into their brains ultimately, and then they open up and you get juicy stories or juicy anything, and then you go from there.
Yeah, no, I think I just overthought it too much. I had like a whole list of questions just right in front of me the whole time, and I was like, oh, is it too much, man? I didn't need to do this much. It's like, Oh God. But no, we had fun. Like I did a thing for her because like it was my friend who's been working with me on a lot of videos. I interviewed her. And like I did this thing because I'm a huge wrestling fan. That's one thing you guys gotta know about me. I fucking love wrestling, pro wrestling. So like I had this thing where like, hey, this is how I want to start the interview. I want you to come out in a WWE style entrance and I'm gonna film you. I'm gonna add pyro in the effects and everything. I'll give you like a theme song.
Which wrestling isn't too far off from acting.
No,
they go hand in hand, and sorry to break it to you, like my parents broke it to me, but wrestling's fake, just like Santa.
No way!
I swear to God.
You mean SpongeBob too?
SpongeBob's the shit. It doesn't compare.
But is he real?
Harry Potter is.
No way.
I'm still waiting for my letter.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm in a play coming up actually this week in Berkeley at the Black Repertory Theater. It's actually my first play since 2019.
Back the fuck up, okay? We'll talk about your play, but later on. First, let me know about your childhood. Let's bring it back to the childhood. We want to know who you are.
My childhood?
Yes, your childhood.
Oh, okay.
Even though you look like a child as it is. No offense. No offense.
It's the size, isn't it? Or the voice. I can't do nothing about that.
No, actually, it's the shirt.
I love this shirt.
It's the shirt that's
I got it from Old Navy. This is my shirt. I love this. I have a bunch of shirts like this.
It's a lobster.
Yeah, I love shirts like this. I also have Patrick socks. Oh, it's wrong side. But his face is on the other side.
Somebody had alien socks on.
Really?
You can't beat that.
SpongeBob socks. Come on, I have SpongeBob socks.
Alien socks.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
E.T. alien socks?
No.
I don't care then. It's like, come on, give me an alien I know. I mean, a famous alien. But no, I mean, I was always a really quiet kid growing up. I was always very shy.
Where'd you grow up?
In Pinole.
Pinole, the rich town.
Yeah, I grew up in Pinole. I mean, I was born in like SF, and I kind of lived in Hayward for like a month, but then we moved to Pinole like right away. For me, of course, because I'm awesome. But no, we moved to Pinole. It was cool.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got 3 siblings. I got 2 older siblings, and I got a half siblings. So yeah, they're all older. I'm the baby.
Motherfucker.
Yeah,
brat. Spoiled little bitch.
I started to own it now because I just got so tired of them reminding me that I'm spoiled and that I'm the favorite. I'm like, you know what? Damn straight I'm the fucking favorite. I mean, what do you guys bring to the table? Exactly. Nothing. Give me some competition. Come on.
Right?
That's what I tell them all the time now.
Do you really? That's messed up. That's fucked up.
Hey, they say a lot of fucked up shit to me too.
I bet. They're probably even worse. They probably bully you even worse.
That's why I'm like, let me say some shit too, actually. Let me own this.
Even.
Might as well at this point. There's no point in fighting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
In a way, yeah. In a way.
Yeah.
No, but I'm still too nice. I still, even when they're mean to me, I still make them food all the time. All the time. Like, but that's why I have to do those jokes where I'm like, yeah, damn right, I'm the favorite because I got to balance it out, every now and then.
Well, being the youngest, has it helped you in life, or would you say it's fucked you up in life?
A little of both.
A little bit of both.
It's helped me, but like, I think it's like, personally, I don't like it when people say just because I'm the youngest, because like also it's just my personality too. Like I gave my parents no reason to like really be suspicious or like.
Well, I have very middle child characteristics, whether I like it or not.
Are you middle child?
I am a middle child.
Oh, okay.
Was. Rest in peace, baby bro. And I guess I don't really speak to my oldest. So there's that. Anyway, I had a lot of tendencies as being a middle child, being invisible, being under both youngest and oldest, and kind of had to branch out on my own and be myself. And now we're all very up of each other and can't compare because we're very different.
Okay,
So,
I can respect that.
Yeah.
You definitely wouldn't like to hear my middle child jokes I make to my brother all the time.
well, what is it?
No, I shouldn't say.
You're fucking adopted. You're fucking ugly. They found you in a dumpster.
Oh God, no! But there was a day where like, so it was his birthday. He just turned 30. Great for him, Mazel. We had a great time.
He's younger than me, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I'm older than him. Sorry.
No, I remember. Yeah, you told me.
I'm 33.
You told me how old you were.
I'm fucking 40 according to my cameraman.
Oh wow, is that where we're going?
Even worse.
That is
I'm fucking 50. It would just make me older as
fuck. Added almost like 20 years to you.
Shit.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Fucking crust, man.
Like you only got like maybe like 10 years best.
Nah,
maybe?
bro. I don't want to make it to 45.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't even want to make it to 40, bro. Just end my life right now.
But
anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. Anyways, we were so busy celebrating my brother's birthday. My dog, like I felt so bad. Like I feel like I had forgotten about him by the time we got back from all the things we did for my brother's birthday. I get back, I tell my brother, like my dog, he's like so nervous. He's like whimpering. I'm, oh no, baby, it's okay. You can come inside. You can sleep here. That's what I usually do when I'm very stressed and stuff. I try to like do some stuff to calm him down. But like the next morning,
Isn't your dog supposed to calm you down?
We do both to each other. Like you should calm the dog down, but the dog calms me down too.
Okay.
But like, no, the next morning I think I made a joke. I was like, oh man, like Ocean was so stressed last night because we like, and like he you know what he said to me? He said, I feel so neglected. I feel almost like a middle child.
Facts.
Something like that. I said something like that to my brother, and his jaw just dropped. I'm pretty sure I said it better to him, but like his jaw, I make dark jokes with him all the time. And since I'm like have the reputation of being too nice or so nice, when I make dark jokes, like people who know me, it catches them so off guard. Mm-hmm. It's like imagine if a baby who's like so precious, all of a sudden mom leaves the room, you're stuck with the baby just says fuck. It's like that. That's the same energy that I bring when I make dark jokes, and people are like, did you just hear this? And he's like trying to tell my mom, like, did you just hear what he just said to me? And then I'm just like, hey mom. He's like, I hate you. He's like, I hate you so much. I'm like, no, you don't. You love me. You love me.
Well, I tend to be very sarcastic. And so I think people don't understand my jokes, whether they're either dark or sarcasm or I mean them.
Yeah.
And they just, call me a bitch. So I'm kind of like, I'm kind of, it just depends on who you ask and how I'm feeling in my mood. But I like to think I'm pretty funny.
No, yeah, I think it also depends. I think they got to get used to you too. Because like, if they get used to you for a while, they're not going to think what they thought the first time,
Right.
They're not going to think that way anymore.
Or you'll either decide you like me or you don't, kind of thing,
Something like that.
I'm very polarizing.
Yeah.
I'm one or the other. I can't be an in-between in your life.
I feel like everybody gets a different version of me. Everybody always gets like either the very quiet church kid, or like the guy who says a bunch of outrageous jokes and dark humors and like controversial jokes. Right. And then they're like, oh, like some people will like different people who know me, they'll talk to each other and they'll be like, oh, did you hear what Marco said? I never imagined him saying something like that before. Are you kidding? He says stuff like that all the time. He's outrageous.
Right.
And like,
right.
But like, no, but I used to be actually proud of that, like being able to entertain different people, like people who are reserved versus people who like love that dark humor
Right.
stuff.
Well, I mean, people are different. Some people can't handle it. Some people are too sensitive. Some people are more crazier than you are, and you can't handle them. And you kind of just have to figure out who your people are, as they like to say, which I hate to hear myself because, fuck, you know how hard it is to keep up with people? Very hard. Anyway, going back to your childhood. Sorry,
It's
distracted. You were very nice. You're the youngest of 10. Typical Mexican, of course. You are Mexican, right?
Yeah, Mexican and Peruvian too.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the Peruvian from?
My dad's
Nice,
Peruvian, so
nice.
yeah, we love potatoes and seafood. Yeah,
Peruvian.
so much. Do you have any on you actually?
What?
Potatoes? Or
I
seafood?
don't.
No.
I don't.
Okay, never mind. I didn't say anything.
Motherfucker. He fucking stole my judgment baton thing. Now I can't even play a judge in my own podcast.
You could
What
have
is
it, it's
going
fine.
on?
Just
Put
do
it
what?
right in the middle so we can all do
Take
it.
turns?
Partake.
Yeah, that's the spirit of democracy right
Yes,
there. Yeah.
yes. Land of the free. Home of the brave, which is not me.
No.
Oh shit, I think I just rhymed. Oh fuck.
That's your next thing, a rap album.
No.
No?
No.
Diss track?
I thought about it.
You should
But
try it
no,
out.
no.
It could be funny.
Peaceful. We talk about SpongeBob and make films here.
You could make a diss track about plankton if you wanted to.
No diss tracks, just fucking baby making filmmaking, okay?
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
I'm gonna make people fall in love with films again.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, my childhood. Yeah, no, it was so bad that like in kindergarten, I legit, like I was very much like what's the word? I guess very homesick right away.
I thought you were gonna say homosexual.
Yeah, no, I was very homosexual as a 4-year-old. Like, oh God, no, God, what does that even mean? I think the funniest part is letting your imagination run wild with it.
Right.
So what the fuck does that mean? That's an odd thing to say. Anyways, yeah, no, I would cry every single day in kindergarten. I would go home every single day, always crying for my mommy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of kid I was. So I missed out on
I
making.
bet you're still a mommy's boy.
Yes, in a way, yeah, I am. In a way, no, I still am. But like not the same, but yes, at heart, for sure.
So it's safe to assume you had a good childhood, good life, good parenting.
No, my parents were good to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's up of what I hear normally, but anytime somebody has a good story of a good childhood, I get happy inside
That's good.
because it's not very common to hear.
Yeah. I mean, hey, no one's childhood's perfect. I mean, I got plenty of, but we don't need to get into that. But
Right.
like, yeah. But no, for the most part, I just keep reminding myself of like the good things that I got in my childhood whenever I think about the bad stuff, because the bad stuff can be really weighing, especially on me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to remind myself every now and then, oh, well, at least you had this, or like, this is an easy one to do. This is an easy one. The one thing I try to remind myself to make me feel like more grateful or be like relaxed, you know, when we were happy, is like, remember when you used to go to Disneyland every year? Relax. That's great. Like I didn't even realize how privileged that was until maybe like 5-10 years ago. My sister pointed it out, and she pointed out the high prices of going to Disneyland. Because we were all talking about it one day. It was like, we were treated pretty well if we were going to Disneyland every year.
Right.
Like, come on, like that's a lot of money every year for 10 years. That's how it felt for me, 10 years.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, it wasn't 10 years. Like, no, dude, I'm pretty sure it was 10. I remember, like, I feel like it was like a tradition every year, you know? So, like, especially if we want to complain about something about my dad, it's like we think about that. And it's like, can you really complain that much? You know, we got to have that.
Right.
Like, it's not easy for everybody to have that even like more than twice or 3 times.
Wait, are your parents still alive?
No, they are. Yeah. We just don't go to Disneyland no more.
That's a blessing
Yeah.
that you have your parents
Yeah, no.
exist.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have an interesting question for you.
Okay.
Do you believe in aliens?
I saw this on the last podcast you showed me, and I was prepared for this. Well, not really prepared, but I was like thinking, oh, she gonna ask me this.
I asked the same fucking questions, by the way.
Okay. I didn't get to finish it. I was gonna go back, but like I saw that part.
Be honest with me, they're boring. My
No.
podcasts are boring. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I was just busy, man. I liked it. I just should have played it while I was putting away dishes one night. I would have had plenty of more time.
Right?
But I didn't think about it till afterwards. It was too late. I was like, damn it.
Afterwards, I can tell you which episodes you should watch.
Okay. Playlist. I like it. I like that. I love lists. It might be my ADHD. I don't know.
You like lists?
Oh, I love lists. Yeah. I love
Lists.
Lists. Yeah.
List.
List.
List. L-I-S-T?
LIST, but my favorite wrestler has a lisp too, so I guess I'm
lisp.
cool with that. Sorry, shout out Cody Rhodes. Sorry about that, bro. Anyways, what was I talking about before the list?
The aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you believe there's a possibility that aliens could be real? I think they could be real.
I mean, some people don't believe in God.
Fair enough. But like, yeah, no, I'm totally, I guess I would say I'm agnostic about aliens, if I'm being honest. Like I'd be more surprised if they're not real. Like, completely. I'd be more surprised. Like, really? There's nothing out there? No way! In this whole big universe? That's lazy. That's lazy writing. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry.
Telling God that he's a lazy writer? Don't worry. They tell me that all the time, too. So.
That's my relationship with God, though. I joke from all the time like he's my friend or something. But,
That's good.
Yeah, and then I go, just kidding. Don't hurt me, please. I'm sorry, please. No, God. The lightning, the clouds.
See, the way I see it is probably he'll come after me, not you. Me.
Because you asked the question?
Yes.
He said, the clouds are closing in. I'm sorry. Oh, God, I'm going to go back to confession. No. Okay, anyways, enough religious jokes. Aliens, so yeah. I'm like, they could be real. I just hope.
Will you go to Sacramento with me to go alien hunting
Yeah?
next month?
Sure. Wait. For real?
Next month.
Is this a skit or for real?
No, this is fucking for real. Or we could go after we finish filming tomorrow.
I don't have time, you know that. Rehearsal. No, you know what? Yes, let's do it. But not tomorrow. But next month, like you said.
Okay, next month after rehearsal.
Okay, yeah.
After your play.
Okay, I really shouldn't.
After me and my crew go watch you perform, we're gonna go ghost hunting.
Awesome.
So pray for us.
Ghost hunting? Oh, you guys are going ghost hunting.
No, with you.
Oh. I would rather do the ghost hunting. Alien. Wait, would I? What's worse, aliens or ghosts?
Well, if we want to go alien hunting, we have to go to Arizona.
So we're not going alien hunting in Sacramento.
We're going ghost hunting in Sacramento.
Okay. You said alien.
I know. Surprise.
Okay. We can do ghost hunting. Yeah, that sounds more fun.
You want to go to Arizona next month? I'm not ready for it, but...
I'm not ready for the raid. Whatever the Area 51 raid.
The rain?
No, the raid. The Area 51 raid. Remember that stuff?
Is that in Arizona?
That wasn't it in Arizona?
It's in Vegas,
I think it was Nevada, yeah.
Nevada?
It's like near Vegas.
Okay.
Is that closer to us or farther?
I thought it was closer.
You want to go farther or you want to be close?
Let's worry about the ghost hunting first, and then the
Okay,
aliens.
fine. We'll stick to Sacramento. Because that's local.
Okay.
And if we end up liking each other and you could be part of my people, we'll go farther.
Okay. For the ghosts or for the aliens?
Both.
Okay. Hey, wouldn't it be crazy if there was like an alien ghost or a ghost alien?
I'm going for it.
Like, I was thinking about that the other day, or every now and then I think about that. I'm like, dude, that's so OP.
What if they're vampires too? And werewolves?
That's too much. That sounds like some Disney shit.
You gotta fucking blow your mind sometimes.
Have you not seen, like, the Zombies franchise? That's some wild shit.
Bro, I don't watch a lot of film.
Oh.
I should, huh?
I think you should. You gotta make a list of the movies that you
I
have
suck
seen.
at lists, bro.
I love lists.
I hate them. Then I feel like it's a fucking chore. I don't want to fucking feel like, oh, I have to watch it. I have to do, okay, check. Oh, fuck this. I quit filmmaking, never mind.
God. No, I like lists. I love when people make me lists. Yeah, no, it's great. Got so many lists. Anyways, enough about lists or potatoes or seafood, Peruvian stuff. No, enough about that. About the aliens.
Potatoes
We love potatoes.
and
Isn't that right, mi
seafood.
gente? No, wait, that's Mexican. Or what do we say, Peruvians? I don't even know. I'm whitewashed, anyways.
Me too.
I always tell people, as dark as I look, I'm white on the inside, man. I don't know.
But the potatoes, they're not normal potatoes. They're yuca, right?
Oh, we love you.
Yuca. It's yuca.
No, but we love potatoes too. We
As
do.
well.
We do. We love
Okay.
potatoes.
Yuca, right? That's
Yeah,
what
you.
call
Oh,
it.
I love yuca. Do you got yuca? There's a place nearby. I know there is. Pause the podcast right there. We'll take a break. Comes back with some Peruvian food. Oh,
Isn't
thank
there
you so much.
downtown Concord, there's a Peruvian place, right?
I think Inca Grill is the
I
one I'm
think that
thinking
shit
of.
closed down.
Really?
I believe so. There isn't much Peruvian food in the Bay Area. At least not that I know of.
There's not much anywhere. I went to college at UC Santa Barbara, and like I was so upset because there was, even with my car, there was none nearby. I had to go so far, and like the closest one, oh, I've been waiting to talk shit about this place. There was this, I think it was a South American, no, it was Thai Peruvian fusion. I say South American because in hindsight, I'm like, they should have just made it Thai South American fusion. I would have respected them more for that. But what happened was they served Peruvian, they advertised Peruvian food, and they didn't have most of the stuff, the Peruvian food when I got there. And also, we had this waiter who had the audacity to say like that other like types of food are better than Peruvian food, when it's like, but why are you working here? Like, he said like, why did you go to Peru? He said that like, oh, I lived in Peru for like 5 years. Oh yeah. So I studied the food and the culture there. I said, oh okay. Then he was like, oh, these empanadas are good, but empanadas from somewhere else are better. I'm like, wait, but you guys are doing Peruvian food. Why aren't you doing that food if you think that food's better? I think he was like management too. I was like, what? That's not how you advertise.
You're not making sense, sir. Why are you telling me there's better shit, yet you're feeding me this?
It's like, it's fine if you have an opinion where you think that, like, I think it was Argentinian empanadas. I like Argentinian empanadas. I just don't like to compare. Mm-hmm. That's just me. But like, it's like, for example, if you like Argentinian empanadas, that's fine. But if you're selling me, if your specialty is Peruvian, why are you telling me this?
Right.
And like, why are you working here? Why are you guys selling me Peruvian food at all when you could just sell the Argentinian empanadas if you love them so much? That's why I would have respected them more. I was like, y'all need to remarket this. First of all, get rid of him because he's bad for the PR. He's bad for the marketing. But remarket this place as South American Thai fusion. I'll respect you more for that. Because then you don't have to say which is better.
Are you telling me you can run a restaurant? Is that what I'm hearing?
Better than them. No, I don't know. But I'm a big idea guy. I'm constantly coming up with ideas, even if they have nothing to do with acting or filmmaking.
Ideas are great.
Yeah.
Executing them is the hard part.
For sure. I was coming up with like a shit ton of ideas at rehearsal yesterday, and they were like, I'm fascinated with the way your brain works. And I'm like, yeah, I just can't keep up with it sometimes. Am I talking too fast? I was saying that to them. I'm talking fast. Yeah.
You just had a Joker moment.
I do love Joker. I dressed up as Joker for Halloween in
I can see that.
Yeah, I method acted the crap out of it.
I could see that.
Scared my friends so much.
Yeah?
The rest of them thought it was hilarious. He was like, ah! I was standing over him, and I forgot what I said. I think I said you want to know how I got these scars?
That's my fucking favorite line.
So like
fucking all time. Almost. Like, oh my God.
And the worst part is someone did like the scar thing too as like my prosthetic makeup for like, it was such a cool costume. But it was all face and just my own clothes. And I remember like I was feeling my scars while I said it to him. You want to know how I got these scars? He's like, ah!
Is he the sensitive one in the group?
No, I'm not even friends with that dude anymore. I mean, we didn't have a falling out. We just weren't that cool. But that was back when I used to have like, that was back in high school. That was a long time ago. That was back when I used to throw.
You made that motherfucker cry.
I mean, I think we're still cool afterwards. We worked at Amazon together for a few months.
You just said you're not even that cool with him, and now you're saying you're cool. Make up your fucking mind.
We're not close friends, but we're cool.
Stick to it.
We're close. We're not close friends, but we're cool. Like we're just like if I saw him, I'd be like, oh hey dude, what's up? How you doing? That's it.
But that's it.
That's it. You know, like
you're acquaintances.
We're like acquaintances.
Or you know the motherfucker, but you don't care for him.
I wouldn't say I don't care for him.
Yeah, we're saying he doesn't care for him now.
I wouldn't say that. Ryan, for all his, I love
Why?
you, bro.
Why are you name dropping on my podcast?
I want to know. I care
I'm
about you.
already paranoid as it is. People know where I live.
I didn't know we were saying the address.
Wait, you better not.
I'm not
I'm
going
gonna have to fucking.
You're making me anxious now. I'm going to blur it out probably now.
Well, you have to think about it.
I'm going to the door like
if you're a public figure or you want to become serious, people are gonna know your whereabouts, and you kind of have to protect yourself.
I would never leak the location on purpose.
And also, I'm a security guard, part time,
So
I have to think about things and my safety, and being a female.
So even if I ran out like Daffy Duck and made a Marco-shaped hole in the wall, you'd probably be able to stop me, protect me.
Well, I know people know that I live next to a lemon tree. They probably also know what area of the apartment complex I live.
Okay.
It's not. I filmed in this apartment a lot, so they recognize my backyard, my front yard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever worry about your safety?
Yes and no. Like, I feel like I should worry more about my safety than I do, because sometimes I do some crazy shit. Like, not crazy shit, but like I walk a lot. I used to walk a lot. I walk places that people think you really shouldn't be walking anywhere near, and I'm just like,
Prostitute corner.
no, but I did see some prostitutes of Vallejo a few months ago. That shit was like, caught me off guard.
I know they were proddies.
They were asking if you wanted to have a good time and stuff. And,
Oh,
you know.
would you have taken it?
No.
You're like, I'm broke.
I was with my family anyway, so
Oh,
that would have
shit,
been
that
awkward.
would've been, oh. Your dad's like, yeah, son, go take the
No,
bus.
are you crazy? Nico, what are you doing? They threw themselves on me. I felt peer pressure in my mind. I would never. I'd wait for marriage. No, if that was a choice.
How's the love life going?
Awful. No, actually, you know what? It's not that bad. Like, recently I had a bit of a Mamacita Renaissance last month. Which is
what?
Oh, that's what I call it, a Mamacita Renaissance. So
Mamacita Renaissance.
what I mean by that is when you surprisingly find yourself in a position where you're talking to multiple women, and it's nice, and you're like, huh, suddenly they know I exist. That's nice. No, I didn't expect this. I don't know what to do with this. But it's nice. It's good. It's you know.
Did you get any?
No, but like what do you mean by getting? No.
Well, share off.
Okay. No. But like, I'm single. I'm pretty chill about it. And like, no, honestly, I think I reached a point in my life due to certain events that like, this is the most okay I've ever been with not having a girlfriend and being single, even though I've been single my whole life. But like, it's the most okay. So I know it's probably not saying much, but like, no, like legit, like all jokes aside, like I used to be pretty like upset or depressed about it for like a long time, like on and off periods. And like, that's why right now I would say my love life is great, because this is the least I've cared about it ever. This is the least I've ever given a shit
That's
about
when
it.
you fall the hardest.
I don't know about that this time. This time I feel like,
Be ready.
Well,
When it comes,
well, I like being surprised. I'll say that. I love being surprised. So even if it comes up, what am I going to do? Like, damn it.
No,
Why? Why?
you'll be like, Jeanette, you were fucking right. And I'll be like, I fucking told you so. Because that tends to happen a lot, actually.
Like, I wouldn't even complain if that happened, but I know, like, legit, I feel like I'm at a point in my life where, like, this really isn't the time for me to be with anybody. And I don't think it would really, like, add anything to my life, given all the things.
The fact that you're self-aware and know this is good.
Given, like, all the things that I got going on. Like, I had such a long list of things I got going on that I'm much more stressed out about. And it's like.
Does that include a kid? Do you have a kid in that list?
No, I don't have a kid, but I was almost a stepdad. That's a story for another time.
Oh, shit.
2024 was a crazy year, man.
Almost a stepdaddy.
Yeah, I was talking to my best friend. I'll say this. I was talking to my best friend about the other day. We were just chilling. We were like, I had like a little bit of an awkward, no, not awkward silence, but peaceful silence. Like, hey, isn't it fucking crazy that we live on the same timeline that I was almost a stepdad? It is fucking insane. That was him. That's crazy. That's right. Sometimes I forget.
How old are you?
24.
Okay. Still pretty young.
Yeah, but still, we like talk about it. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, cool, but crazy. What times we live in, man. I would have never predicted that 5 years ago for myself, or even a year ago for myself. If telling my 2023
Would you
self,
have been a good stepdad?
I think it would have been a great stepdad. I even was even like parody merch for
Wait,
it.
were you like 19?
No. This was in 2024 when it happened.
Oh, last year.
Months ago.
Yeah, 12 months ago. But like,
You would have been 24. You're at the ripe age.
But I was saying, like, personality wise, like, I would have, my 2023 version would be so surprised hearing about it. It's like, what? You're crazy. We were almost a stepdad? And he's like, yeah, bro, man. No, it was crazy. No, it was cool. No, once you hear me out, bro. Hear me out. You're going to like the story. He's like, no. No, hear me out. You're going to love it. You're going to like it.
Okay, now I have to ask. What is the hardest thing you have dealt with in your personal or in your professional life?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Putting you in the hot seat.
Yes.
Hot seat. The most,
Other than almost being a baby daddy.
I really wasn't too bad at all, not gonna lie. No, she was fine. Anyways, I shouldn't have said.
You miss her. You still love her.
No, but like, no, she was fine though. No,
You love her.
no, that's a long story. No.
Anyway, answer your question.
Okay. I would say the hardest thing I ever had to deal with, like ever, was like 2 years ago. Something happened to me, and it made me like, I shut down. I was depressed.
What is that something? You can't just say something happened. You gotta just give me something.
Something, like, I mean, it is Men's Mental Health Month. I should just say.
Mm-hmm.
So it should have been the happiest month of my life. I got to go to wrestling school.
Okay.
It was great. I was so happy. At the time, in hindsight, I was very happy. I was like, oh, I'm finally doing it.
But
Something happened, like, while I was there. Not at the school, but like while I was there. This was right after college. So I was dealing with a lot with loneliness a lot. And trying to move on from like all the friends I made in college and that.
how long ago?
It was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. I mean, I graduated 3 years ago, but that was like, that whole year was hard. Like dealing with being lonely and having to start over again, but in Pinole, where I didn't really want to go back to, but I was back there anyways because I love my dog and wanted to spend time with him. And I felt like it was the best thing for him, be with him, try to make the other things happen, like acting in the wrestling school while I'm here, with him all the time. I had an incident, at a Target. I tried making friends. I tried taking advice from people where they're like, oh, the best way to make friends, with people who work around you because you're always around each other and you work for the same customers. So that's the advice I was taking. So I was always trying to like make friends and talk to people who are like around my age, like in the stores around me, like during my breaks from work, I'd be like, hi, how's it going? How's your day? I'd always do that. And then there's one girl that I did that. Kept doing that too. Whenever I'd pass by her and see her, be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, well, have a nice day. Just be like that. We're never too long, the conversations. It was Valentine's Day 2023. I went to go, like I usually do, go to Target, if I see her, say hi, or say hi, see how her day's going, do my other usually stuff, look at the food aisle, look at
Were you there as a customer or you worked at Target?
No, I didn't work at Target. I was a customer.
Gotcha.
Well, I was on break from my work. I looked right next to them. Wanted to look at children's books and all that. Anyways, I walk in. I walked away that she's usually like working because I want to say hi. I want to tell her about the wrestling school. Or say, I just want to start conversation. I'd be like, oh my God, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm feeling so good myself. I had wrestling school and I was so excited. Everything's great. She wasn't there. I saw her somewhere else. She looked busy. So I was like, oh, if I see her again, I'll come by. But like, otherwise, I'm just going to go to the children's book aisle. Read some children's books. Because that's what I like to do to de-stress. That's what I used to like to do. Read the children's books. Or be like, oh, this is what kids read these days? It's terrible. I do stuff like that. I love that. So I did that for a bit. I was like, oh, I'm running out of time for my lunch. I better head back. Go back that way. I don't see her. I'm just kind of like, oh, well, I'm on my way out anyways. a security guard stops me, who I usually would talk to a few times every now and then. I don't know, he always kind of threw me off because we kind of knew each other in high school, but we didn't really know each other that much. He talked to me like we knew each other like a lot better. Hey, sup, man? How you doing? Like, hey, bro. Hey. I'd always be like that. He'd be like, hey. Anyways, he stopped me and he was like, he basically said, I need you to leave. I was like, it all caught me off guard. I wasn't comprehending what was going on. I was like, huh? What? Oh, yeah, I'm actually on my way out right now. I was like, no, I need you to leave. I was like, that girl you were talking to said you made her uncomfortable. And I was like, what? It all happened so fast, but it was all very shocking to me because it was like I wasn't even processing the possibility. It takes me a while to process things when they happen like that. So I'm just like, which girl? That's the only thing I think of saying. He just said to me, like, come on, you know who I'm talking about. And like, I mean, I talked to a few people, but I didn't talk to anyone today. It's the truth. I didn't talk to anybody today. I just say hi every now and then. He's like, well, I need you to leave. You should exit. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I walked out, processed it. It was very shocking to me. I was like, what just happened? It was weird going from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, being like, and I remember sitting outside, putting on my sunglasses. I used to always wear sunglasses all the time. These did not exist back then. And like, I put on my sunglasses and I just started crying underneath my sunglasses and waiting for my lunch to end. And I was just taking it all in. I remember that day, it was crazy. There was an old lady who sat next to me and she was just like, isn't today such a wonderful day, young man? Such a beautiful day. And I didn't say anything, but if I was remember thinking if things were different, I probably it would have just played off. Or been, yeah, it is, ma'am, it is. But no, I was just sitting there. I didn't know if she could tell I was crying. I just kind of gave her a little nod, and I just left right after. I felt a little bad because it's like, oh, this lady wants to talk, but you don't feel like talking to anybody right now. And worst part, I remember I just had to suck it up, and the rest of my shift, I was just holding back tears. Or maybe a panic attack, I don't know, but it's just something I was holding just shit in, just being like, all right, well, I still have 4 hours in my shift. And I was very like on edge. The worst part is I remember there was another customer that day who also, some customers, they give off the vibe like they want to talk to you. I had a customer like that. There was this lady who gave off that vibe like she really wanted to talk to somebody because she kept trying to start conversations, like throwing like different random things, be like, oh, you know what show I love? Even though we weren't talking about shows at all, I was just giving her like the bare minimum. I'm just like, oh yeah, here's your glasses, because I used to work at a glasses place. And here's your prescription, and here's what we'll need to do. Okay, just the bare minimum. Like I wasn't doing anything extra, but I wasn't like icing her out either. I was just doing my job, literally just a job.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because I just kind of looked at her, and she looked kind of sad when she saw the look in my eyes. She was trying to talk to me, but I was kind of looked at her like, no, I can't do it. No, but I just didn't feel comfortable talking to anybody that day. And for 2 weeks, actually, I stopped going to wrestling school. I went to one practice, but like they could tell something was wrong with me the whole time. Like, hey, buddy, you okay? Like, just kept doing that. And I was like thinking about it the whole time. Like, hey, you seem off today. Something doesn't seem right. I'm just going through a lot. Just told them. And then I just kept telling him I was sick.
Yeah.
And I kept telling my work I was sick. And somehow I got Kaiser to, sign off on it too.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to go outside. I just want to stay inside. I didn't want to go out and leave. I didn't want to go anywhere else. I didn't want to talk to anybody else. And the worst part is, none of my friends were around. So I felt so alone. And I had no one to talk to. At least if something like this happened in the past, I'd be like, no, I'm not a creep, because like I have these friends and they make me feel so good about myself. I know that's just a misunderstanding, but it was at the worst time that could possibly happen. Because no one was around to make me feel that way. Everyone was gone.
Yeah, if you're acting, you're fucking good.
Everyone was gone. And obviously I reached out to them eventually, but I was like, sometimes I wanted to say to my friends or like to people, where were you? Where were you when I needed you, man? maybe I wouldn't have tried to do that and put myself out there like that. Look like a fucking creeper idiot. If I just wasn't so fucking lonely that year. But I was, and I just wanted to go away. But then after that happened, man, I talked a lot with God, and I told him, Senor, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't know what to do with these people. I don't know how to make friends. They all just end up leaving anyways. And everyone else just thinks I'm a weirdo. And I don't know how to stop being a weirdo, or how to be me, or how to be nice to people anymore. I just don't want to do this anymore, man. So that's where I was at for 2 weeks. I didn't want to leave the house, and no one knew what was actually wrong with me. My mom didn't know. My wrestling coach didn't know. None of my peers didn't know. My co-workers didn't know. It took a while to talk to people. Still very few people know about it. And the worst part is that when I finally came back to wrestling school, I was so defeated that I told him I can't come back. And I gave him an excuse. I said, I'm just going through a lot, so I'm not going to be renewing my membership. Like, this is your passion. You said this was your dream, right? What are you doing? Where are you going? I couldn't tell them. I didn't tell them. I just felt like, why would you guys believe me anyways? I don't even know who I am right now. I just need to be alone. I didn't say that out loud. I was just thinking that, and they kind of looked at me. Some of them were like, "You want to talk about it? What's going on? Why are you leaving? You were having so much fun." I just can't come back. So I left, and I thought I knew what depression was until that happened. But every other thing that happened to me in my life means nothing compared to that, man. That sucked. That year sucked. That time sucked in my life. I just kept trying to shove it down. I tried to move on with my life, and I was in denial. And I remember when people were like, "You're gonna stop doing wrestling?" I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. No, I'm just enjoying my time as a wrestling fan. That's it. That was bullshit, Obviously, I enjoy being a wrestling fan, but like, it didn't feel right the whole time. And yeah, I just tried to shove it down by like going to like raves and shit. I started going to raves, and like I remember like a month later we went to a Shrek rave. And my friend, I remember the whole time, he was like, "Hey, we're gonna talk to any girls, man? We're gonna socialize with anybody?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, I'm good." He's like, "Really? You're not gonna talk to anybody? What about those girls? They actually want to talk to us." Like, "Nah, I'm good." You just kind of like shrugged them off. He didn't know at the time. He now does. But he didn't know at the time what was going on, or why I didn't want to talk to no girls or nobody. I was like, "No, I'm good, man." I was just making up some shit. Like, it wasn't total bullshit, but it half was. Where I was like, "Nah, I just want to have a good time with my bro, man. Like, let's not, besides, like, if I try and I fail, it's gonna kill the vibe. Let's just focus on us, man. It's fine. That's cool. I don't need anybody's number. I don't need to do that. I didn't tell him because I just don't think it fucking matters if I did anyways. And it's just too soon after what happened. Like, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing that. It was crazy because he was right though, because there were girls that want to talk to us, or people want to talk to us and vibe with us. And it was just a bad timing. I would be like, "Oh, hi, thank you, okay, bye, bye." He's like, "Well, why do you want to talk to them?" "Oh, that's cool." And he didn't know. I actually didn't tell him and my main friend group until Valentine's Day this year. 2 years later.
2 years later.
I told them, "Hey guys, I need to talk to y'all. It's an emergency." I told them, we hung out. I told them super late at night what happened. Officer was probably bawling like I am now. And yeah, I just told them the truth. I was like, "Guys, I didn't tell you guys the truth about wrestling school. I need to tell you guys the truth about, what really happened." Because most people don't know the truth. They're just like, "Oh, he just fell out of it. That's it." Like, "Oh, it was it, No, that's the worst thing that happened. Not just the incident, but what it led to, me walking away from wrestling school. And having to live with that for the past 2 years, and just like I made up an excuse too when I did it. It wasn't total excuse, but it was like, to be fair, at the time my dog was also really sick. So the excuse that I gave most people at the time was, oh, I haven't been feeling very confident lately. I just lost my confidence. But also it was like, oh, and then my dog, he's not doing so well, so I really need to focus on that. Like, it's true. Like, in hindsight, in a weird way, I'm glad that I walked away from rescue because it was true. I didn't realize how bad my dog was sick until after a few months later when we focused on getting him the care he needed. He had 2 tumors. My dog's my best friend, and at the time, he was all I had. And that's what it felt like. I felt so lonely. I just was like, I can't fucking lose you. I don't care how much it costs. So I got his tumors removed, you know? It was a very stressful time, too. But I just need to focus on him. It's like, I can't control people liking me and accepting me. And I can't control friends staying and not leaving, but I can save my dog. I can save my dog. Because I know I'll never forgive myself if something happens to him and I let that shit happen. So that's what I did, and that was like probably the one good thing or that came out of that whole situation, is that I did get to actually focus more on my dog. And it turns out I was right. He did really need me, even though I was half BSing them when I said that was the reason. He did need me. I had a feeling I was going to talk about this today, but I was also like...
I wasn't expecting the tears.
Yeah. When you asked me the question, it was the first thing that popped in my mind. I was like, can I BS this?
Nobody has ever came on here and bawled like you have, and that made me cry in the process.
When you asked the question, I was like, that's why I had the whole shit face, like, oh shit, this is it.
I'm a huge softie. I care for people.
I'm a softie too. I was like, oh shit, this is it. I was thinking in my head, can I BS this? Can I come up with something else to talk about instead? But I was like, that's why I was like, fuck it. It's mental health month. Let's just do it.
But I commend you for being able to open up and to share that with me. It means a lot.
Yeah.
It means like that this podcast actually has a purpose.
It's crazy. I meant to talk about this for the first time publicly on my Instagram. So you guys got it first. I was gonna talk about it on my Instagram.
That's an exclusive here.
I was actually told my therapist today, is like, I think this is the month I'm gonna talk about what happened. I'm just, because I have this thing on Instagram I started doing this like a little under a year ago, called Mental Health Mondays. And I told her I think that was the time. She's like, really? He's like, yeah, I think I'm ready. Like why wait any longer, right? I've been struggling with this for so long.
And it's funny because you never know your actions, how they could impact somebody in a positive or a negative way. Like that girl, how she reacted to you impacted you in a negative light. But now looking at it, it helped you in ways that you might not even know right now. You don't have to know. But everything happens for a reason.
In a weird way, yeah.
In a weird way.
Yeah.
And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, what do you think you learned from that experience, or you're learning from that experience?
Well, honestly, that's a loaded question. I don't, it's a lot to process. I wouldn't necessarily say I learned something exactly, but I feel like in a way, like, obviously I wish it didn't happen. Like, I wish I had, that stuff didn't happen, that I wasn't feeling so lonely, that I just focused on rest of school, and like, timeline would be totally different right now. Who knows? I might be sitting here though. But like, obviously one of the things that happened was like, my dog did need me. Mm-hmm. He did need me. I didn't realize that he could have died from that stuff. So,
well, looking back at it, did you like this girl? Were you just trying to be friendly to this girl? What was your intention? I
didn't even know if I liked her. I just wanted to like make friendly conversation. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even, she had a mask all the time. I didn't even see what she looked like.
If she was sitting here right now, what would you say to her? Just one thing, if anything.
I don't know, to be honest, because like most of the time I've spent the time accepting, like even if I wanted to like explain myself or make pieces or be like, I think we got off on the wrong foot, something like that. Due to the nature of it, is like I can't. Because I was already just making friendly conversation that made her uncomfortable. So I don't know how to like approach her. I even talked to that because eventually I had a panic attack at work like months later, and I told my work mom about it. She's like, "Mijo, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? What's going on?" And I told her everything that happened. She wasn't there either. She was not working for a while due to maternity leave, and I told her, "I'm so sorry. I was just so lonely, and like I didn't realize, I never imagined something like that would happen, but." I told her, like, the worst part is like, I don't feel like even if I saw her in public, I don't feel like I could walk up to her. Because how do I know if I walk up to her, she's not going to, I don't know.
I guess the moral of the story is keep being you no matter who it bothers.
I guess. Because that's why I told my therapist and my friends about it. Because like, how do you feel like about it? I said, like, guys, the worst part is I couldn't go up to her and try to make peace because I don't know how. That's the worst part about what happened.
And that's okay.
It's like, I don't know how to make it right. All I can do is just,
There's things in life that we never understand, and it's okay.
All I can do is say they interpreted me this way, and that's unfortunate, I guess.
Right. I've had somebody not want to be my friend because I'm fat. That's a them problem, not a me problem.
Legit, like just because of that. There was an interesting story I heard maybe a year ago or a couple months ago. I wish I knew this when that incident happened because it would have made me feel a lot better. In a weird way, it would have made me feel less alone. Because I had this friend in college. Oh, he was the nicest guy ever. Like he was. Our relationship wasn't always perfect, but even with that, like I can't say that he was an asshole at all. He wasn't. He really was nice. We just had a certain conscious personalities, but no, he was. Oh, I used to tell him, you remind me a lot of myself when I was younger. And my friends make fun of me for being so nice and being like a white knight and all that. But that's why I worry about you so much. Because I see so much of you and me, or my old self. Anyways, I found out. So he had a girl he liked in college. I knew about the girl. I didn't know what happened. Mm-hmm. He kept insisting that she liked him, because of certain signs, the signals, and context. He's autistic. Mm. So I didn't want to burst his bubble, but I was just was trying my best to I didn't also want him to be so sure either. I think probably one of those times I must have upset him because that's probably why he never told me what happened. But it turns out what happened is that eventually, because he used to hang out with that girl, talk to her every now and then. At least that's what he told me. Eventually, one day, she told him she didn't want him to talk to her anymore because she thought he was creepy and made him uncomfortable. Yeah. And I was like, what? Him? What? I mean, I understand he's a certain way sometimes, but still, he's the sweetest. And when I found it out, it was my best friend who told me this, and I was like, I remember telling him, I wish I would have known that. Target thing is the worst part. I felt so alone. I didn't know who to talk to about it. And, I felt so empathetic when I heard about what happened to him because my best friend was like, oh yeah, he was crying that day. He was bawling. He was into my arms. And I felt so bad. Even though me and that friend don't talk no more, I felt so bad. I wish I could have hugged him, man. Because, that sucks, man. And unfortunately now I know what that's like. Yeah. I wish I could have been there for him. Or even though it was before what happened to me, I wish I could have been there and be like, hey, man, I'm sorry. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, don't worry about it. Some people aren't always going to see you the way your friends and the people who love you see you and see your gestures and see your mannerisms are not always going to see it the way we do or the way you'd like to be seen. And, because, I kept telling my best friend, I wish I knew that because that would have made me feel less alone too. And I know he would have needed that because I know how that feels. He probably felt so alone too. He probably felt like such a freak or weirdo. And he didn't know how to act because he's so proper. Oh my God. Oh God, I hope that doesn't bother him anymore. I hope that he's doing good or he hasn't had anything else like that happen to him because that was so long ago. Yeah, I hear he's doing well, but I don't know. I just think about that, and I'm like it sucks. And it reminds me because like it shouldn't be that surprising. Because also I remember there were times in school where like people would in college people would like talk about him,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, he's so weird. He's so nice. He's too nice." And like I don't get it, and I'd be so pissed, but I never say anything.
Yeah.
I wish I said. Deep down, to be honest, I wish I was the type of person who didn't care about like making a scene or saying something. I wish I did say something. I wish I'd be like, you know what? He is so damn. You guys don't get him at all. Like he's one of the best humans I know. That's what I used to say all the time. He's one of the best humans I know.
It's funny because not everybody's meant to know who you are.
Yeah.
Not everybody should know. Just the people that you find worthy or that give you the time of day to be yourself, that's who you should be focusing on.
And there's no way everybody can truly know, you know?
Right.
No matter how famous you are, they can all just be like, he's just making that stuff up.
Especially, the comedian, what's his name? The one that killed himself.
Robin Williams? Dude.
You never would have expected that.
I relate
Seems
to
like the happiest guy ever, right?
Man, I relate to Robin Williams so much.
I was gonna say that. Now that
Yeah.
you mentioned it, but yes,
Like-
I can see.
Sometimes it makes me shake my head. It's like I wish things actually got better, a lot better after that. But it's a every day, one day at a time. you know.
I try to cope with laughter and sense of humor and jokes, but
Yeah.
you can only do so much. You're not always supposed to be happy. You're not always supposed to be nice. You can have bad days. You can be you, and it's okay.
Oh yeah, people used to tease me about that all the time for always being the happy one or like the always smiley one. They call me SpongeBob. They're like, he gives off SpongeBob energy. He's SpongeBob. He's always happy. My friends used to go up to me all the time and be like, does anything bother you? That was me back in high school. So now it's like, oh boy, like a lot of things now do. Yeah, sucks. So I guess it's more realistic, unfortunately.
So, tell me about your career, like acting or what is it that you do?
I do a lot because I want to do a lot,
Yeah.
truthfully. It's sad, I'm just barely trying to recover my confidence this past year. Been working on that. And be like, all right, time to snap back in.
You're
right?
still young.
That's why I keep
young,
reminding
my
myself
child.
too. Like, you're young, man. Stop, get out of this. Or like, you gotta snap out of it. You're so young. You're just one day you're gonna keep saying that, and you're not young anymore.
Right?
And that's gonna be the sad part. Is when you're
Right.
like, oh, no one's telling me I'm so young anymore because I'm not. What happened? And it's like that's my demon. That's the thing that happened. So yeah, my career. I am an actor. I'm a writer, video editor, amateur video writer. So just keep that in mind. Super amateur. Content creator. Really, I like to consider myself like entertainer, performer, storyteller. That's my top three. And I'd like to, hopefully, after I get this surgery and just, work on myself, go back to that original.
What surgery?
I need surgery because I constantly am in physical pain, mostly headaches, and I never feel comfortable. It's been like this for over a year. Like I even feel it in my fingers sometimes. It affects me when working out. It's actually interesting today. I was like, when it comes to the gym,
Is it arthritis or?
no, it's not. And it's not migraines either. They gave me medication for it. Didn't work at all. The first migraine medication they gave me, I had a violent reaction to it. I was shaking so much, and I had 5 minutes away from my work. I had to call her with my phone shaking. I was so scared. I said, I'm so sorry. I can't go to work today. I can't drive. I'm sorry. They're like, oh, they're like, and then I remember the next day, they're like, you sounded so scared on the phone. Was everything okay? I was literally shaking. I had to somehow move to bed and just like bundle up and wait for it to stop.
The reaction?
Yeah, like they
Okay.
said it was like caffeine related. And that's
Oh
why.
shit! Okay.
But like other than that, the other medications did not do anything. So I'm just sitting there like so for a while I was paranoid about driving.
Uh-huh.
I was paranoid about caffeine. I was more upset about caffeine. I was like, damn it, I can't have any coffee. Come on.
Right.
And there was a girl I was seeing at the time. I would like joke, make dark jokes for all the time. It was like, I was already fucking depressed. I didn't need this headache. Or like, I was already depressed. I didn't need to lose caffeine. And
Like, God, why do you hate me so much?
unfortunately, she'd always be like, "Oh, what do you mean? Why are you depressed?" And I'd never tell her because I wasn't ready to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I knew. I just kept saying, "Oh, you know, stuff." I'd be in the middle, like nonchalant about things. I knew why. But yeah, I've been dealing with this condition for like over a year. It sucks. Spent the first half of the year struggling to accept that I need to work on my mental health, and that was the problem. So I started doing therapy. I started doing like going to a chiropractor. Started getting a mouth guard. Stuff for self-care, like, oh, I don't need this person in my life anymore. They're not good for me. I'm just gonna cut them off. Or stuff like, I'm gonna go on a trip. I'm gonna treat myself. And then now these past 6 months have been about me going like, maybe that chiropractor was right. I do need that surgery. Damn it, he was right. He was right. This stuff isn't working. This mental health stuff isn't working. It's great, but it's good for me, but it's not working. It's not solving the real problem. It's just the constant pain and constant sense that I'm not comfortable. I'm always uneasy. The worst part is I was always an anxious and uneasy person naturally. Mm-hmm. But now I'm like physically anxious and uneasy. It's like, great. Like, thank you. It's already hard enough with my stress.
Well, how do you cope with the pain? Painkillers or just
nothing?
Suck it up.
That's literally what it. That's why I'm like, I'm tired of just sucking it up. I need surgery. Gotcha. This sucking it up is not working. I want to go harder in the gym like I used to before all this other shit happened, all that depression and all that happened. I want to go back to being that guy. I want to. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. I want to go, I want to feel like I can give more of myself in acting too. Cause like the way I see it, I was thinking about today where like it affects my acting in a weird way that people don't understand. Cause like, it's like, cause I used to get real like method. I used to love trying to method acting and like really feel connected with all my parts. Like I was that person or like our emotions are the same. And it feels like hard to do that. I know it's kind of hard to explain. It's like this. It's like I used to have a really good Wi-Fi connection to the character. And now, ever since the condition started, it's like whenever I'm trying to like relate with my character, trying to get in character, I have a shitty Wi-Fi connection. It is just the worst. Like you just feel like whoever paid for this Wi-Fi was cheap as hell, man.
No,
like,
it makes sense. It's all correlated.
Yeah, and then when it comes to the gym and physical activity, it feels like this. It feels like my 100% is different from other people's. Like other people, they get a huge tank of gas or a huge water bottle. And it feels like my water bottle, I still could be full, but it's a smaller tank and a smaller bottle. So I work with what I've got, but it sucks sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's that big of a deal, but for example, I was at the UFC gym with like a buddy the other day who invited me to go work out with him. He was trying to show me a workout, and he like noticed me struggling like a lot more with a certain workout. He's like, "You can stop if you want." No, because I was trying to suck it up. I was trying to live with it, And I had to explain to him what was going on. I was like, I have the condition, man. And like, it sucks because like when I'm trying to do this workout that you're trying to show me, the headache flares up like crazy. A lot of the pain flares up like crazy. Like it's almost like it gets activated.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to move certain parts of my body.
And what exactly is it that you're waiting for to get it? Is it insurance? Is it money? Time?
Well, I mean, first I was in denial. Then these past few months, it was more like, I've been unemployed. Yeah. So it was about getting a job first, making sure you got that figured out.
Well, you could get insurance without a job. In fact, it helps you not to have a job.
Oh no, I have insurance. I just wanted to be prepared. I just wanted to take care of my job situation first.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got that taken. No, I haven't got it taken care of. But I think this month I was just kind of like, you know what? I've got money. Screw it. Let's get the process started. I've waited long enough for this. I am tired. I am tired of waiting. I need this gone. This is my biggest priority. This is my biggest problem.
Yeah.
And if I could just get this pain away, I promise no more excuses. Mm-hmm. That is going to be my last excuse for why I'm not living my dreams to the fullest. And when that happens, the rest of the acting world better watch the fuck out. Or the rest of the wrestling world better watch out. The entertainment world better watch out, I guess. But I have to focus on the condition first. Yeah. Getting that gone. I can't do ahead of myself. When that's gone, then let's fucking go. But yeah, no, it sucks. And yeah, no, I feel it a lot when I'm.
What
when-
exactly is it? Like, is it a?
I think it's TLJ. That's what. I think that's what it is. At first, I thought it was something else like bruxism, but like no, I think it's TLJ. They're gonna. But I actually have a consultation appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
That's why I was stressed because I was going over that with them, talking to 2 different
Is that
specialists.
why you have to leave at 5?
No, that's not. It's for rehearsal.
Oh.
No.
I don't care as long as you make it to the shooting tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You're coming tomorrow.
Yes, I'm coming tomorrow. Yes, because they wanted me to have an appointment tomorrow, and I said no, I can't. I have a shooting to.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't. I have a
Got
shooting.
me nervous there.
I'm going to the shooting. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, yes. We have an audience, you know.
I was just like, I forget about the audience every now and then, but like when he was going for the gavel, I was like,
It's like you gotta go for that.
at first I thought he was just pumping us up. I was like, go, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh no! If you hear this, it's for the gal.
Okay, I was like, keep going. To say what? What did I say that got him all hyped up? Or what did she say that got him all hyped up? We better keep
We're
going.
really excited about the project we got going on. We've been working on it for a while, so.
I can imagine.
But I don't want to get in the way of your health.
No, you're good. You're good. Because like that'll happen so fast. No, Thursday, I can still see him on Thursday. I already made an
Okay,
appointment.
good,
It's
good,
fine.
good,
It's
good.
fine. Plus, I think I'd be more anxious if the appointment was tomorrow. Because then I'd be like, oh, I have to figure out more things before tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you know,
Good. I'm happy I'll have you on set tomorrow.
yeah.
Magical things happen on my set.
Oh, good. I hope that Tinkerbell or like a fairy godmother comes and it makes me a pumpkin or onion carriage.
You'll be surprised. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. I like
Be
that.
excited about that. Any famous last words before we head out and you talk to me about your thing that you're doing in Berkeley, rehearsing that. Before that, anything else you want to share before we
Oh man,
come
I
to a
feel-
closing?
I should, right? Oh, I haven't prepared anything. We should probably just go to the play, and I'll probably come up with something as we go.
Okay, tell us about that play.
Okay. So it is called The Bloodless Jungle. It is written by Peter Lawson Jones. He was in a movie with Tom Hanks. I think it was a Man Called Otto. That's pretty cool. Great guy. Even though I only like met him in person like twice. But like, no, he's a great guy.
Wait, you never told me how you got into acting.
Well,
Fuck.
I mean, like, we can talk about it or something. I mean, it's up to you. Do you want me to talk about it now? I'll
Yes.
talk about it. Okay, I'll talk
Yes.
about it. I just want to make sure you're cool with it. They're cool with it.
We're cool.
Okay.
Talk to us about how acting came about, because I'm curious.
I actually do love telling the story of how I got into acting because it's so me. If you know,
Okay.
if you know me well enough, people know me well enough. They were like, "That's so him." So like, what happened was, I always wanted to get into filmmaking. I always liked, I always wanted to make movies. As a kid, I'd always like write like random like movie titles of like movie ideas I had. I'd show people the list and be like, oh, look at this. This could be this or that.
But how? Like, were you watching TV with your parents?
I think it was just like the earliest movies I grew up with. I grew up on Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, Seth Rogen, mostly Adam Sandler at that time when I was a kid. And I remember watching his movies. If anything, he's probably the biggest inspiration that got me into filmmaking in the first place.
Okay.
The others just kind of fed into it and grew it, nurtured it. Adam Sandler was like, wow, that's so cool. He gets to make fun, silly movies all the time with his
He
friends.
has no fashion sense whatsoever.
He's so relatable. wait.
Oh my god, really? Gym shorts and fucking t-shirt?
And hey,
That he wore like 10 times already?
this probably
You're filthy rich, bro.
This probably won't surprise you guys too much, but I was always a sucker for like the trope that really he revolutionized of guy getting the girl that's way out of his league. I was a sucker for that. So at the time, I was like, wow, that's so cool. I want to tell stories just like that too, where I get girls out of my league and like have fun adventures with my friends that have crazy moments that are like stupid, but like they live in your memory forever because it helps you de-stress. That's what got me into filmmaking and acting. Just the idea of like my favorite movies getting me to de-stress, like distract me from my problems, for whatever's wrong or what's not going right. Just take me on a journey, take me on an escape.
So yes.
Oh,
Adam Sandler.
I was about to get to the acting part.
Yes.
So yes, I knew I wanted to get into films. I knew I wanted to make movies and be like them. So I didn't figure out the acting part until high school. They had the sections. There was for science, there was for law, there was some other shit that I don't remember. I think it was band. Man, they seemed like a cult back then, but that's another story.
Oh yeah, I had academies in my high school.
No, that's what they were called, academies. God, you guys were like such a cult. Oh my God, I don't care if you're offended by that.
Can you guess which one I was in?
Oh
I was in the Fame Academy.
no! Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were going to say band. I was like,
No, I tried to do drama, but I didn't like the drama teacher. Horror stories, but we could talk that another time. Anyway.
Yeah, so it was theater. I went there because I was like, oh, that's the next best thing. That's the closest thing to me. That's the closest thing that seemed like a place where I belong. So I'm like, okay, I'll go here and I'll practice script writing. That's great. I did that. Unfortunately, so we had the nicest teacher. She was the sweetest lady ever. Unfortunately, nobody listened to her. It was kind of sad. I felt bad. Mm-hmm. I love her. She was great.
Why did nobody listen to her? Don't say because she was a girl.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I don't even know where that comes from. But like the people that listen to her, I just feel like it was because like one, like it was. I mean, there was a bunch of freshmen, at the time. They didn't really like listen to. If they felt like they could have an easy class, they're gonna take their easy class and they're gonna sit back and relax. That's probably why a lot of them chose it, or what they thought it was going to be. It's going to be a chill, lazy class. We don't really have to do anything to get good grades. We just show up. He was the type of kids in my class, and it was just like,
This was high school, right?
This was high school.
Yeah, nobody gives a damn.
Exactly, but like I gave a damn. I was that type of nerd. Like I care. I was that guy. That's why my friends used to see me all the time. Like, oh, I care, Mrs. I'll do it. I think that was my catchphrase for a while. I'll do it. So like no one wanted to act. That was the problem. She kept trying to get us to do fun things like acting activities. Like, guys, let's do this exercise. Who wants to volunteer? No one? Anyone? And me being the guy that I am would be like, oh, I guess I could try it. And like I would be very nonchalant. I guess I could do it. Like, yeah, sure, why not? It's not that hard. And how poetic that it turned out to not be that hard for me. At first it was like it was no big deal, but then it was like, oh, it's really not that hard, as in I might be talented. I didn't actually say it like that, but like it was kind of like that more or less, where I was like, Anyways, yeah, that's part of how it happened. Just me being the one guy she could depend on to always do acting. And eventually they were like, people would start to volunteer me. It's like, oh, Mark will do it. I was like, I guess, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Like, oh, he's your guy. He'll do it for you, Mrs. He always does. I'm like, okay. And they were like, are you sure you don't want to act, Mark? Because she knew I wanted to do script writing. I was like, no, I mean, I like dressing up and doing funny voices and like impersonating for people, but... and which is true. I still love that. Oh my God, it's the best part of it sometimes. But I think like the real catalyst that really got the ball rolling, and to this day I tell people this will be the story I tell when I go to the Oscars if I ever go. But like my first real play, there was this girl I liked in that class in freshman year.
There always is.
That's how it is. It all started with a girl.
Always.
But like I liked her. Not that much, but like I liked her enough. Obviously, for this story to make sense, I liked her enough.
At that time.
Yeah, for sure. And she was into theater. Oddly enough, she didn't volunteer. Anyways, though, she's like, "Oh, no one's auditioning for the play. We don't have enough guys." And I said, I mean, maybe I could do it. I had to open my big mouth and say, I guess I could think. I'm thinking about it. I said that to her when she said, we don't have enough guys. We need guys. We don't have enough people auditioning. And then she was like, you will? Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe later I'll sign myself up. But
Playing hard to get, I see.
But no. What happened was I said that to be nice, to try. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to sign up. I didn't think that all the way through. I just said it at the time. Like, I think it could. I don't know if I actually will. And she hears me say that. She signs me up instead. She goes up there, signs up my name. She goes, "Well, see you later, Marco." And then my best friend at the time was like, now you have to show up. Now you have to stay after school. Because if you don't...
She just committed fraud on me.
Because if you don't, this could be your chance with her. And I was like...
Oh, boy.
It's like... You're right! No! What have I done in my big mouth? So I went, I auditioned. I filled up whatever roles they needed. The rest was history. It was very easy for me. I was a natural. It was fun. At the time, I was just happy to help. That was it. I was happy to help, and I just kept on helping. It was kind of like a subconscious thing. Like, you say you're just happy to help, but, pendejo, you're enjoying this. You like this. Like, why do you keep helping them this way? Like, why do you keep signing up or keep offering yourself to them? You want to be.
You like to torture yourself.
It's like, you like the spotlight. You know it. So, yeah.
That's like me in filmmaking. Torture the entire time, but it's like, dumbass, you know you like it.
And that's basically how it started. I remember when she saw me perform for the first time, she was so excited. I won't say her name anymore for reasons we had a falling out, but I'll still tell the story because I want, she's still important. You're still important to it, even though... You know you're important to the story. You know this. You
can love her from the far.
I don't, but that's another story. We don't need to get into that. Anyways, I just feel like it's a funny story, and I was like, at first I was like, I'm not gonna tell the story anymore. Screw her. But now I'm like, I'll still tell it. Like, it's whatever. I just won't say her name. That's it. I'll still tell it. That'll be enough. Because at least that's authentic. Telling the story. Here's what happened. I don't want to be inauthentic.
And it goes back to you never know how your actions impact somebody else.
Yeah, but I remember when she saw me perform the first time, she was so excited. And she saw me and she's like, oh my God, I discovered you. You have to mention me at the Oscars when you win.
You are mentioning her in my podcast.
I won't say her name. You know why.
But you would be the second person that I tell that I will help get an Oscar to. My first person was a director, DP of my previous project.
Is this the one you told me about?
No.
Different one. Okay.
Different one. Shout out to David. He helped me produce 2 of my best short films. And I said I would help him get an Oscar, and I stick to that.
Nice.
I'm confident enough in my skills to say that I can help you get an Oscar. If you work hard.
I accept the challenge. That's the mindset sure. I'm taking now. That's my old mindset that I had a few years ago before all that shit happened.
Dismiss all the noise, all the potential drama we'll have, but God damn it,
I used to be really good at that.
I still am. I work so hard though. I am the hardest working producer in the Bay Area. I can say that as a fact.
Okay.
I don't give a shit what anybody else says. Look at my YouTube. I make a lot of shit.
Oh no, I saw you make a lot of shit. On both of them, right? Because you get two channels.
I have a podcast.
Yeah. I saw both. I was like, oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. I am a hungry artist.
I believe it.
Well, I just need a stronger team. Team Bay Area, baby. We got this.
No, I have always needed a stronger team. I've always been saying that for my channel too. I'm like, I need some help, man.
No, you can do amazing things by yourself, but when you have a crew and you actually don't let ego get in the way, you can accomplish amazing things if you're really about each other. But the moment we start getting egos and go for the stupid bullshit, everything starts falling apart. Louder. There you go.
I just really wanted to do it again. I wasn't really doing it for a specific. I was just waiting for you to.
Anyway, okay, so before we go, you have this play. Tell us who you're playing, why we should go watch it.
I am playing.
Now.
In case you guys didn't hear it the first 2 times, this is the Bloodless Jungle. I repeat, the Bloodless Jungle in Berkeley at the Black Repertory Theater next to the Ashby Bar. I am playing Tio Villanueva. I never say the last name. Why does that matter? I am Tio Villanueva. I am a Puerto Rican working on a campaign for Congressman Ethan St. John, who's trying to be a senator. Yeah. No. Senator St. John. That's who he is.
That would be my first play I would come to watch. So you have a big role to fill, buddy. I
intend to impress, even though my role is like, I'm there, but I'm very much a supporting actor.
When I see him, I'll be like, that's my friend.
I've been workshopping a lot of stuff that I actually think I'm pretty excited for you to see, or for anyone to see, honestly. Workshopping a lot of stuff that's not in the script that I added in there. Mostly like mannerisms. Obviously, I'm not just throwing a bunch of lines, but...
I'm going to embarrass the shit out of you. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to record myself watching you. But I'm going to be there.
Little bit of a...
We'll fucking be there.
Little bit of a spoiler. If you like Marvel and X-Men, you're going to love what I integrated into this.
We'll be there. We won't tell you when, but we'll be there.
I wish you would, but okay. So yeah, I'm excited for everybody to go. It's running from June 12th to June 22nd. We're going to have a total of 10 shows. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon for the next 2 weekends. So you better get to buying a ticket as soon as possible. You can follow me on Instagram to get the direct link, because if you use my direct link, I get paid for it. So it's follow me at Shy Goofball on Instagram, and you will see my link there. That's the best place to get my link. It is in the bio. It'll be posted on my story multiple times for the next 2 weeks. You may get tired of it, but it's because I'm trying to remind you to buy a ticket as soon as possible before it's too late. Please help me get paid.
The man will be there, so I hope to see you guys there. Follow him, follow us, and thank you for watching.
Which one am I looking at?
All 4 of them.
Another one?